dream I know, deep up my feelings for you.
Omoyele Sowore, the candidate of the African Action Congress in the 2019 and 2023 presidential election, dismissed any possibility of merging with political heavyweights like Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi to unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027 election. He said he can't be part of a mega fraud. But guys, before comments fully, welcome back to this wonderful channel to bring you back-to-back updates and information as it hot. If today is your first time of joining this wonderful channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment, share, and also turn notification bell to get notified whenever we drop our video. To all our amazing subscribers, thank you so much for joining us on today's news. To all our viewers, thank you so much for joining us on today's news. So guys, let's proceed. Omoyele Sowore declined any possibility of merging with political heavyweight like Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi to unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He had a deep interview with Post Nigeria where he unveiled shocking truth about Nigerians' ruling class and their relentless efforts to undermine the goodwill of other genuine candidates in their unquenchable thirst for power. Sowore reviewed controversies surrounding top political figures like President Olusegun Obasanjo, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and so many other persons. When Sowore was approached concerning his revolutionary movement, he was asked that it seems to be a lot of misconception about his revolutionary movement, so he should kindly explain to Nigerians what he means and what he seeks to achieve with that. He said that he has been very clear about his revolution movement, that there are two definitions of revolution. A revolution is an event or series of events that put an end to a system or oppression. So he said his revolution is the same revolution that happened elsewhere, where people rise up and say enough is enough, and they want to move in a different direction. They want a different trajectory in governance, and the only difference in their case is that they did not recognize a revolution that will be bloody. So they want it to be by civic means, and that is the only difference. That even if he was arrested, detained, and interrogated about his intention, he made it very clear that the revolution he wants is the one that will put an end to all these nonsense that are happening in Nigeria, so that there can be a different or brand new political order that shifts power from those who are robbing the people who deserve great governance and a better life in this country. That is what revolution is everywhere. So said that, and that is the one he still preached to date. That he just said revolution now because he wanted to happen now. He was told to tell Nigerians about his political ideology and how it differs from the All Progressive Congress, People Democratic Party, Labour Party, and other parties. So said that he is one of the first partisan politicians who has put his ideology in writing, and he have a website and social media handles where he shares his ideas, and he's mainly open on YouTube videos explaining where he stands, and they are not in any way related to APC or PDP. That when the other political candidates were scrambling to remove fuel subsidy, that he was opposed to it and to increment in tariff. So he supported the minimum wage, but he called it a living wage. In 2018, he said that it was 100,000 and people were mocking him. But now they have been vindicated. But as it stands now, Sowore said that he supports the welfare of the public, the Nigerian people, from the standpoint of a socialist democrat. So he leaned towards socialism, that whatever is the people's wealth should go directly to them. My people, there was a time so many persons were advising Sowore to contest for a senatorial seat or perhaps the governorship seat of his state. So now Sowore have come out to explain to them that young people in Nigeria want to become PAs and special advisor. That is their goal. But he don't want or have any goal about that. That his goal is to liberate the country, and he understands everything that needs to be done to make Nigeria right. So he cannot compete with people who have an inferiority complex, who don't believe that they are good enough to be president. They sent people to Senate in the last election. That what have their Senate seats done apart from collecting the SUVs? That are they not getting his point? So it is an argument that is mod. So it doesn't make sense because they have been reminded in Sierra Leone again that they don't have to be a governor to be president. So they were reminded in the US that Donald Trump, not his favorite person ever, he doesn't like Donald Trump. He said he wasn't a senator before he became the president, so he wasn't the governor of any state, that he never handled any local government before. So countries that are looking for leaders that will liberate them don't make such comments. They look for people with character, competence, exposure, education, and they will lead to them. So they are not looking for the experience that puts you where you are today. If experience were to count, then the most experienced politicians in Nigeria would be Obasanjo and Buhari. My people don't be small butter. But he said that what did their experience help them with? Then nothing. But guess what? Sowore said that the same people making this argument would be happy to embrace anybody with no experience who wins any election in another country. Sowore was asked where he often tweets about politicians, and Peter Obi is always his target. So what is that thing that he sees in Peter Obi that other people are not seeing? He said that he wished his question were tailored towards what is true alone and not a part of Peter Obi. That what is true, that he have a general idea for the dishonest of Nigerian politicians, and he have disdain for lackluster performance. And whenever anybody then comes up as a politician who want to run Nigeria, then they will come with this fraudulent packaging. So he said his default position is to warn people first and then expose them later. His position about Peter Obi has been consistent, and the same way his position about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been. So it is not only that the people who are now on the internet as influencers weren't born at the same time. That when they have been against all these terrible politicians, including those in the military, so otherwise they would have known that in 2006 or 2008, he was the first person to expose President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as drug dealer. But the people who now followed Peter Obi were not interested at that time because it wouldn't favor them. But in 2022, they suddenly realized that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was a drug dealer and ran away with it without giving credit to Sahara Reporters, which was the platform that was used to publish at that time. So he was the one who exposed Atiku's corruption, including all the bribes he collected, to the extent that Atiku Abubakar ran away from the US based on the report done by Sahara Reporters on his corruption. This included corruption between him and Obasanjo, including using educational funds to buy cars for their girlfriends and how they were stealing them. So it was him, Sowore, and Sahara Reporters who did that. Sowore said that they also find out that Peter Obi was building substandard hospital and never built schools. He was investing state money in his private businesses. My people, don't be small, but so all these things are on Sahara Reporters now. So if someone now go and repackage Peter Obi and claim that he is going to help Nigeria with his full chest, that is a package fraud, and they got upset about it. But that is their problem. So that's the love a fraudster is not his mistake. It's not anybody's mistake. But people love Buhari too until he still not killed their parents. Some families were even wiped out. Peter Obi is nothing compared to the way the fraudulent Buhari was packaged. That is what Sowore said. That Buhari used to get 12 billion votes every election season until he won in 2015. Hey, was it not loved? But what do we get from his tenure? Insecurity, killings, and corruption of unimaginable proportion. So Sowore said that if they tell you guys that they know Peter Obi and that is not what he is presented to be, and you say you must impose him on Nigeria, and they will say no, that they don't accept that. It is their right to be upset, but it is also their right to keep saying the truth, as they all know it and they will still understand it. So the emotional aspect of it is nothing new. So there is no politician in the world who doesn't have followers. If they go to US, Donald Trump has followers who are willing to kill themselves. There was even a man who went to set himself ablaze in front of the district court where he was undergoing trial. So what is new about that? But that doesn't change the fact about Peter Obi's tenure as an 8-year governor in Anambra State. So many of his supporters have joined the APC, and now he has returned to his natural rehabilitation center, the PDP. Because I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, opinions are in the comment section. Let's keep the conversation live in our comment section. Once again, thank you so much for staying to us.